The Flames have a golden opportunity to build for now and the future at the upcoming NHL Entry Draft next month. General Manager Craig Conroy has absolutely cooked before, and the same is expected this year with the Flames needing to draft a few centers, so let's take a look at who they could grab. We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and it's a rainy day in Calgary, so why not talk about the upcoming NHL draft, and let's go through a few mock drafts. Why don't we? It's getting to that point. You know, the draft's about a month away now, and it's exciting for a team that didn't make the playoffs to have, you know, at least some sort of early round draft picks. We have a couple of first round draft picks this year, and they're not early like it was last year, obviously, with the 9th overall snagging Zane Parekh, but there's still a lot of excitement with 2 picks in the first round, and a lot of mock drafts are starting to come out already. So the first one, it does come from The Athletic, and the first pick the Flames officially have is the 18th pick. Now, who knows? The Flames could always trade up and trade in the top 10, the top 5, the top 3, or even the top 1. I mean, I'd be shocked if that were the case, but they could always trade up. But as it stands of right now, all the mock drafts are doing which picks are there right now, and we have the 18th, of course. So let's hop in. This first one, as I said, comes from The Athletic. So at the 18th overall pick, which is obviously the pick from the Jacob Markstrom trade, they have the Flames taking Justin Huberdeau, a right winger from Blainville, Boisbriand of the QMJHL. So he is a fast, strong winger with a dangerous shot. Huberdeau adds a scoring element and high energy game to Calgary's top 6, even if he's slightly redundant with someone like Matt Coronato. And I love Matt Coronato, but we don't need to keep adding Matt Coronatos to the Flames. So already seeing right wing was a red flag for me. We should be drafting centers. But let's give Huberdeau a little bit of the light of day here. So he, as we saw before, is a right wing. He's actually decently tall, so he's 6 foot, and he weighs 191 pounds, but skill set wise, very similar to Coronato, a right wing with a really good shot. If you look over his stats here, this past season in the Q, he was great. 46 goals in 62 games is fantastic. Loads of goals. He's got an eye for the back of the net. 89 points is very, very good in his draft year. Of course, 59 last year, not bad at all. He has had a very good career in the Q so far. He'll definitely get drafted, but I don't know if the Flames will be the team to do it, but this might not be the only mock draft that has him going to Calgary. Now, the other first round pick that the Flames have, as of right now, it's being called 22nd. It is Florida's pick since we're giving our own to Montreal at 16th, but as of right now, it's 22nd. It might go later in the draft. We'll have to see. But in this draft, they have the Flames taking Milton Gastrin, a center from Modo in the Swedish Junior League. So he is a responsible, hard-nosed two-way center. Gastrin adds leadership traits and versatility to the forward group. So already just reading that, it sounds like essentially a direct replacement for Michael Backlund once Backlund retires. That's what it sounds like to me. If we get into his facts now, he is a lefty center, so we'd prefer righties, but honestly, any center is good with me. He's still just 17 years old. He doesn't turn 18 for a few weeks. He's also 6 foot, and he weighs 185 pounds. The stats aren't super glamorous. So with Modo in the Swedish Junior League this year, he had 42 points in 40 games. Absolutely fantastic. But remember, that is against other kids. He did make a few appearances in the SWHL, the Swedish Hockey League, but recorded 0 points. So he does seem pretty good, but I don't know. Is this really what we want? We want more so, you know, kind of a center that can kind of carry us offensively. This guy isn't really that. He honestly is just another Michael Backlund. And I love Michael Backlund, but we're not trying to just build a bunch of Backlunds for the future. We would love to have someone like him. Maybe we already have people like him. So I'm not, again, too keen on this one, but feel free to let me know if you like either of these guys in the first mock. Now let's get into this second mock here. This one, I honestly can't exactly remember where this one came from, but it is a pretty good one as well. And would you look at that? At the 18th pick, they have the Flames taken. Who's this guy? Never heard of him. Justin Huberdeau, right winger from Blainville, Boisbriand, Armada. I'm not going to go over him again, but obviously this is the pick from the New Jersey Devils. Maybe they'll say something different. So let's see. Huberdeau has a toolbox that teams covet, including being a powerful skater, and he's great at attacking. I just remember this comes from the Daily Faceoff. He has high upside, but scouts have been back and forth about his projection. He looks like a top 6 forward, but there is some significant variance there. Regardless, he has the tools to become an effective power forward after some development. So again, that does sound quite a bit like Coronato. Projects as should be a top 6 forward. He might be more of a middle 6 guy, and yes, it sounds like his goal scoring ability is great, and I think that's why people are mocking him to go to the Flames. They're projecting that just because the Flames need scoring. But again, as a Flames fan, I know what our need is, and I know it's centers. We don't need more wingers. We have lots in the pipeline right now. You think of guys like Griffith, they're coming up. There are others as well that played with the Wranglers this year. So I think Huberdeau is a great player. I just don't see him as a perfect fit for the Flames. But there you go. That's the 18th pick in the second mock draft. If we get to the 22nd pick, we have a new man. So Benjamin Kindle, a center from the Calgary Hitmen. Now, this is obviously the pick from the Panthers. So they said Kindle has excellent numbers in the WHL as he had 99 points in 66 games. He has skills and fantastic hockey sense. Kindle is agile and utilizes his skills, but he will need to add some strength. That's not a problem. You would expect essentially all of your draftees to have to add some strength. But if we get into his facts, so he's a center and he shoots right. Already green flags all over the place. He just turned 18 not too long ago. He's from Coquitlam, so not too far away as well. And he played for the Calgary Hitmen, so he's very familiar with the territory. We don't have to fear that he will leave because he, doesn't like this place or anything. Already I'm seeing a ton of green flags, especially that position at the center. But as we saw this past season, he did get 99 points in 65 games with the Hitmen. 35 goals and 64 assists is fantastic. So he can dish it, and he can also absolutely snipe the puck as well with 35 tucks this year. Last year, 60 points in 68 games is very good as well for a season where he was mostly 16 as well. So very good player. I'm really liking the looks of Kindle for the Flames. I think it'd be great to have, obviously, a Hitman jump straight up to the Flames. I don't think he'd be playing with the Flames right away, but at least staying in the organization would be fantastic, part of CSEC, if you will. So great. I love this pick overall. He seems very good. A little bit on the shorter side for what we're going for, but he's really not that short at all when it comes down to it. So really, really like him. I definitely think this is a player that Conroy will have his eye on and a center we could develop for the future. Absolutely love it. Now let's get into mock number 3. This is another one from The Athletic. So I can't remember the two names of the writers. One of them is Pronman. I can't remember which one is his out of the two, but here's another one. So in this one at 18th, they have the Flames picking Cole Reshny, I think that's how that's pronounced, from the Victoria Royals. So the belief seems to be that the Flames, who've drafted a ton of defensemen and wingers in recent years, are going to be after a center here. Yes. Reshny's combination of skill, smarts, and two-way drive makes him a natural fit. They haven't shied away from taking 5'10" or 11 players either. This is probably the start of the range, plus or minus a couple, where the much bigger Jack Nesbitt could start to go too. So that's another guy we could take a look at. But for now, we'll just stick to the guys on the list here. So if we get into Cole here, he is a center. He is a lefty, and he's from Saskatchewan. So good. Another guy not too far from Calgary. He is 5'11" as well. And he weighs 183 pounds. So all these guys will definitely be adding some weight, pushing closer to that 200 range, but not too short either, which is fantastic. So with the Victoria Royals in the dub this past season, he's more of a guy who dishes the puck around, but 26 goals, 66 assists for 92 points in 62 games is very good. Last year as well, almost a point per game at 59 points in 61 games. He seems really good as well. I like the looks of these centers. Obviously, they're not, the A1 centers that will be going in this draft. Who knows? Maybe the Flames will trade up for them. But these are guys to look at in this range, and I like the looks of Mr. Reshny here as well. A guy to keep an eye on for sure. The other person in this mock draft we have already seen, but at 22nd, they have the Flames taking, who's this? Benjamin Kindle, a center from the Hitmen. So the Flames double down on skilled, smart centers and draft from within their own organization. Reshny and Kindle would immediately give the Flames a potential 2C of the future, and Kindle played his 16-year-old season on the wing and could always move back as he showed this past season. So taking a couple centers, this is my favorite of the mock drafts. I really want the Flames to focus on that position. We have goalies locked up. It really seems like we have defensemen. Could add some lefties, but it seems like defensemen are locked up, and wingers is really not the priority either. So I like the look of this, taking 2 centers, and those are some good guys to keep your eye on. But again, let me know if you have your eye on anyone and you want Conroy to do a little dive into anyone down below in the comments. Love making mock drafts and seeing some of these projections as we get closer to the draft next month. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day. Oh, there we go, the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. We don't need to look at the third mock draft again, but it comes from CeeLo. Now, CeeLo said something interesting on yesterday's video. He said, I can tell you, Mark, there's ongoing talk between Calgary and Columbus involving Rasmus Andersson and Cole Sillinger. Cole is a Columbus native, but with Fantilli and Caden Lindstrom from the Blue Jackets, may be willing to trade Cole for an upgrade at defense, and Andersson fits the bill. This is, a decent little, trade variation here where Cole Sillinger, he could come to the land of Tate McRae, his ex-girlfriend. Maybe they'll spark something and the kid Leroy will go back to Australia. But I don't hate the looks of it. I would like more than just Sillinger back for Rasmus Andersson, but it's true. Columbus could kind of use Andersson. We could use a guy like Sillinger and maybe another piece, and I don't hate this at all. It's not a little bad one here at all. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.